All right, we got some day 2 Senior Bowl here. We're going to be looking at wide receivers versus corners, one-on-one drills just from the National. But there's a lot of guys here that I have as New England Patriots 2024 NFL draft targets. So on both sides, both wide receivers and corners. And these clips do showcase some things and also pointing out some things that these guys can work on. All right, so the first one we got here is Roman Wilson versus Quinyon Mitchell. Quinyon I have as a first rounder or at least a top 3 corner. Roman Wilson I'm seeing as like a third rounder. He's very fast. Both these guys are both fast, both extremely athletic. So it's a good athletic matchup. Slowing it down a little bit. See, I would say the problem there is not having a good second burst for Wilson, which after watching, now I think about watching his tape from Michigan, not really part of his game. It's really the stop and re-acceleration and just snapping off his defender. But you're not going to do that with Quinyon because he knows he can catch it up with you. So he's just going to trail and just wait for you to do that move and then just close it down. So I have Quinyon winning that one. But, Roman Wilson knows what he's doing. Real-time speed. He could probably do a little bit better if he started to slow it down and suck in Mitchell and then time the burst a little bit better. So you slow it down there and then just pop it a little bit more. Now that might obviously mess up the timing of the route, but that's what he probably would be able to do against Quinyon. All right, Luke McCaffrey versus Max Melton. Good release. Nice and sudden. Good body control. If he just threw a head and shoulders, he probably would have sucked in Melton enough to go out to the perimeter and then would have probably had a better shot at a clean catch here, less contested. But, again, Max Melton's good. And, again, he's probably a 4-3 guy. So, two very athletic guys, very quick and fast and sudden. Good matchup. One more time. Gets even with him. Yeah, probably should have just thrown a little bit in there because he knew he was coming back in. But maybe Melton wasn't biting. Decent rep for both of them. Boom, boom. Yep. Nice move. Solid. Love that guy. All right. Javon Baker, Kalen King. Kalen's been having a rough Senior Bowl. He had a rough year in general. I don't know what happened. Oh, that was easy for Javon. Now, he might have been able to suck him in a little bit more, go a little bit slower here, bring him in, and then now put the burst on, which he did a little bit, but a little bit harder. Maybe that might be a weakness in his game. But he got Kalen really easy here, and he knew it, too. Once he got even with him, now he's gone. And then he knew he had foot speed on him. Just a little overthrown. Overall, decent. All right, Malachi, Corley versus Kalen. Interesting matchup. Malachi's one of my favorites. I haven't done a video on him yet because I've been waiting. I really want to wait until after the Combine, but maybe I'll do a pre-Combine highlight video for him. You know what? I'll say this. There's not much going on here that you think, but it's confirming to me that he's pretty... we know he's sudden-esque, but in his routes, he's crisp, and he can jump. I don't think he's going to have a massive vert because how short he is and how heavy he is. He's basically a running back. He's just under 6 and weighs like 220, I think. All right, here's Brenden Rice versus Cam Hart. Two physical freaks. Solid matchup. Good release by Brenden. Good pressure. Nice. Good pressure step. Good cut in. Awesome. Not much Cam Hart can do here. I mean, besides hold. This is why I really like Brenden is if we were to have a shot at him, I doubt we'd have a shot at him in the third. Maybe. Might have a shot with him in the third. I think he's going to be a top 50 pick, though. He's a big dude. And the point is that Cam Hart's a big physical athlete, and he couldn't even stop him. Even when he was holding on to him. Watch this. Basically no... And he's pumping his arms. Smart move, keeping Hart's arms off him. Nice move by Rice here. Anyway, the National... Americans should be on soon, but... watching the National practice overall, I haven't gone through the O-line versus D-line yet. But overall, it looks solid with the guys that we're looking at here for the Patriots. Everybody likes to have winners and losers. Well, there's a few guys that I didn't highlight because I don't really have them as Patriot target, which would be like Tez Walker. I don't have Kalen King, even though he was a victim of a couple of the guys in here. But another guy that, I kind of like for the Patriots, but I don't know if he's going to be a guy that we really want to target, which would be Jacob Cowling. Maybe if he's still there on day 3, but I think the problem with Jacob Cowling, besides is like the height and the weight, which, we get people say, well, Demario Douglas. Oh, yeah, we have a Demario Douglas. But, he's like 5'8", was like 5'9", something like that, 5'9", 165. He's sudden, he's very quick, he's very Demario Douglas-esque. And the other thing is that he's got another problem, which he drops the ball a lot. So we don't need another Demario unless he's like still sitting there late on day 3 and it's just too good to pass by. Tez Walker, I've never been a huge fan of the guy. Nothing against him, but he's just another guy who tends to have drop balls. He's not having Drake May throw to him in the perfect spot right now, so he's struggling there. But and on the defensive side, there's a few guys out there that I like besides that I haven't highlighted yet that's on the national team, especially on the safeties. We'll get into those guys later, but a few other guys that have been noted that are getting some attention from on the national team would be Marshawn Nealand, which, I think he's going to be a 3rd rounder. He might even move up even higher now. He just looks solid. Weighed in perfect. Probably will get invite to the combine where I'm sure he's going to impress as well. So he's probably going to get bumped up. And then one of my favorite guys in the whole draft, Dylan Laube, getting plenty of highlights, just carrying the ball, and they haven't done anything. I don't think they've done anything with him with receiving yet. So once he starts doing that and any sort of special teams, he's going to fly up on the board. Again, probably another guy that we might get him, might be taken to the 3rd, but if he goes to the 4th, it's going to be really hard to pass him by, and if he makes it to the 5th, it'll be a no-brainer. But again, you just notice there's a lot of guys that I think that we might have to take in the 4th round, and all those I wish we had all those comp picks, but we don't. That's where you're seeing a lot of these guys at the Senior Bowl kind of fall into that are solid guys, but they're going to be early day 3 picks that are worthy of being probably early day 2 picks most years. It's a loaded draft, guys, especially for the positions the Patriots are looking for. Anyway, this was fun. I'll try to get some American clips up later on, and also try to get some 1v1s from the offensive line. That's basically my favorite. So maybe see if I can watch some of the videos from the quarterbacks. The quarterback play is usually never really good at the Senior Bowl because, these guys are running some generic offense, and they're not dealing with their receivers, and the offensive line has the disadvantage of dealing with defensive linemen that are just going to go 100% pass rush the whole way. Because they don't have to really tackle anybody. But anyway, I'll try to get some extra clips up. If you guys like this content, of course, please like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.